CQ. I absolutely hate CQ. Cosmic. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am doing pros and cons in the Army. I'm not sure how reserves or National Guard is. I know they're very different. Yeah, this is just my experience in active duty and what I feel are pros and cons. Like I've said before, my experience is different from everybody else, so yeah. I'll start with pros. The first pro I would say is stable paychecks. Never have to worry about, oh, where's my money gonna come from? It's always stable and I know they're gonna come. I get paid bi-weekly, so 2 times a month, every 2 weeks. And I think another pro with that is even though it might seem like you're getting paid less, you're getting free housing, no like electricity bill, you don't have to pay rent. Like basically the only thing I have to pay living in the barracks is Wi-Fi. So yeah, like there are some cons to barracks, but anyways, we're on the pros right now. So a pro is free housing, and this is for like single E1 to E5 soldiers. If you are married or if you're a staff sergeant or above, you do get paid BAH, which is a very good pro as well. It just depends on the area and where you live and like cost of living in that area. So yeah, it's basically like a paycheck on top of your paycheck. You get paid because you're married or you have dependents, you have family with you. That's a very good benefit with being in the military. Another pro is TA. So being active duty in the military, you do get TA with I can't talk, which is tuition assistance, and you get, I believe, 16 free credits every fiscal year. So I've been able to get my bachelor's. I'm almost finished with my bachelor's. 4 more classes and I'll have my bachelor's. Yeah, so that's a very, very, very huge pro to me, is the tuition assistance. And of course, like once you get out, you'll get the GI Bill. So with the GI Bill, it basically pays for your school, your books, and on top of that, you're getting paid BAH or whichever area you're in. Again, it's all like, it all varies. Basically, you get paid to go to school. Like, that's amazing. Another pro to me is I know this is bad, but getting to board on planes first. I know American and Delta, the two I mainly fly with, they always call active duty soldiers board first before priority. So I'm like, so literally, I don't know, that's a pro to me. Also, if you are flying, you get a free carry-on and 2 free check bags, and that's just like if you're traveling on your own. And if you're traveling on orders, like you're going on a PCS move or anything like that, then I think it's 4 free bags. I'm not sure, but I know it's more than just, you know, traveling on your own. Another pro is you get 1 free surgery. So this isn't like, oh, like I want to go get my boobs done. Free surgery has to do maybe like you're having health issues, and let me think. I can't really think right now, but a lot of soldiers I know get PRK or like LASIK. I really, 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 really wish I would have gotten PRK because my eyesight is terrible and I wear contacts every day. Honestly, if I don't wear my contacts or glasses, I'm not gonna be able to see who is talking to me. Like, it's that bad. Like, I cannot see like this close. Basically, the only letter I can read on an eye chart is the letter E. And that's because I know every eye chart begins with the letter E. I don't have enough time in service to do that anymore, so I know. But no, it's not just, oh, like, I want to get this done, I want to do this. Like, it's not, you can't just get any surgery you want done. You have to have like a medical reason. Like, a provider will be like, yes, no, you can have the surgery. The pro is paid leave. Yes, you get paid leave. So you earn 2.5 leave days every month. In a year, you will earn 30 days of paid leave. Like, I don't know where they do that at, but 30 days of paid leave. I've also never really worked outside of the army, so I don't know how other employers how other employers do their like little leave or whatever, or if they get like sick days or whatever. But I know with the military, you get 30 days of paid leave. Another pro is you get a lot of days off. So really this is just specific to your unit, your MOS, and everything else if you're on mission or whatever. But you get a lot of time off. Like with my unit, I have had so many 4 days. So a 4-day is just something you get for a holiday. So say for instance, I'm on a 4-day right now actually. So I don't even know what I'm on this 4-day for. So Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on Monday, but I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So I got 4 days off just for the holiday. And that's for basically like all federal holidays. So yeah, that's a lot of time off. I feel like I have a 4-day like every month, honestly. And if you didn't want to use like leave days, you can always like put in a 4-day pass, which will not like count as leave days and won't be taken away from you, and you can like travel on those 4 days. 4 days is a lot for you to like travel, trust me. Another pro I would say is traveling with the army. Well, this could be a pro and con, but I'll talk about it as a pro first. So with the army, I got to travel a lot. I did basic training in Fort Jackson. I know I didn't really explore Fort Jackson, but I mean, on family day and graduation day, I got some time off and I did explore Fort Jackson a little bit. And then I moved on there and went to Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas, and I got a lot of time off, so I was able to wander around San Antonio a lot, and that was really cool. I've never been there. And then from there I went to El Paso, Texas, because that's where I'm stationed now. And in El Paso, I'm able to travel on the West Coast, like to California and Arizona. It's not that far, and New Mexico. So I've been to a lot of places. Oh, and when I first got to El Paso, my unit went overseas. So I went to Qatar, and I was able to go off base and go to Qatar, which was really fun. I've never actually been to the Middle East, so that was a great experience. Okay, so those were basically the pros I could think of. There's a lot more pros. I just can't really like name them off the top of my head, but trust me, there's a lot of great benefits with being in the military. So now let's move on to the cons. Okay, the cons I believe are cons in the army. Number one, room inspections. Thankfully, I haven't had many of these in my career, but I know I have a lot of other friends who can say otherwise. They get room inspections like every week. Me, I would say I probably had like 5 room inspections ever. But room inspections are basically like your NCO or your first sergeant, or I've had my commander come in here before, and they're just looking at your room, and like you need to make sure it's clean. And you can get in trouble if your room isn't clean. And I've had a pop-up room inspection once before. I just hate it because it's like they're invading your privacy. I feel like this is my little house. This is where I sleep at night. Like, I don't want other people in here. Like, I didn't invite you. But yeah, I feel like that's a huge con for me. Oh my god, another con is CQ/staff duty. CQ, I absolutely hate CQ. So I can't even talk. CQ/staff duty is a 24-hour shift. You're basically just sitting at a desk for 24 hours and just making sure nothing crazy goes on, making sure no crazy person who's not supposed to be there comes, or just I don't know, basically if anything happens, like, you're there to provide the safety and welfare of the soldiers living in the barracks. Personally, I don't think it's really needed. Everybody has cell phones these days, and if there was an emergency, like, someone is gonna have a cell phone, whether it's you, your neighbor, or someone down the hall. Like, someone's gonna have a cell phone. But yeah, basically you just sit at the desk for 24 hours, and you usually have a runner, or you are the runner, and it's just you and your NCO, and you're just like, yeah, just looking at each other, staring at the wall, waiting for the next day to come and the people who are on the next shift to come relieve you. It's so boring, trust me. Another con is you can't just leave. Like, you can't just be like, yo, I quit. There has been so many days where I'm just like, I really don't feel like armying right now. I really don't feel like getting up and doing PT. Like, I really don't feel like doing this today. But you can't do that. Like, you made a commitment, you signed a contract, you put your right hand up. You can't just quit. It's not like a regular job where you're like, I'm done. No, that's not how it works. Another huge con to me is the field. I absolutely hate going to the field, and luckily for me, I've only been to the field 2 times in my career, and the longest field I've been in was 7 days. I want to say 7 days. Yeah, I know a lot of people are probably watching this and like, oh my god, 7 days and you've only been to the field twice, like, you don't have a say so in this. But I hate going to the field. I hate not showering. I hate not being able to wash my face and being able to like brush my teeth in a regular sink. I hate having sand and dust in my food. I am in El Paso and we get sandstorms out in the field, and yeah, that really sucks. And when I'm in the field, I'll sleep in my FLA. I don't know, I don't like sleeping in tents with other people. I like to have my own little space, and I like to have my own little privacy, and I will lay in the back of my FLA during the whole field. Another pro, this can actually be a pro and con, are deployments. You're away from family, you're there for a long time, you get like sick of seeing the same people and being around the same people, and yeah, you just miss home. You miss mom's cooking, you miss everything. Thankfully, I've never been in an area that was super dangerous, so that's like something to think about. Like, being in the army, you have a duty, and if you get sent somewhere and your unit has to deploy, then you have to think of all the dangers you can be put in. So that's a con. A pro is you get to travel. Like, for me, I went to Qatar. I wouldn't really call that a deployment. It was fun. I got to make friends, Army, Air Force, Navy. It was a whole bunch of different branches there. And also, while you're deployed, you get paid a lot. You get paid untaxed, so your whole paycheck literally goes to you. You also get combat pay if you're in a combat environment. You get hazardous pay, and you also get family separation pay if you are married or you have dependents. Another con I absolutely hate is sitting around and waiting, and I wish I would have known this before joining the military. A lot of your time will be wasted, and if you know me, you know I like being productive. I like making sure my time I'm using my time wisely. Yeah, basically in the army, you're just sitting around waiting for the next thing, waiting to get off, waiting for orders, waiting for whatever your NCO tells you that needs to get done. And if you're in my unit, usually I get put on details. We don't really do medic stuff unless someone's like dying. That sounds bad, but unless someone needs your medical expertise or attention, then you will be doing your job. But basically, being a medic in my unit, we're just sitting around really waiting for details or whatever needs to get done. The con is rank in the army, so you have to listen to rank. A lot of people with rank may use and abuse their rank. Yeah, that's basically the best way I can put it. So like, if this staff sergeant or this master sergeant tells you, hey, go do this, like, you're expected to go do it. No one's forcing you to do it, but you are expected to do it because they're higher ranked than you, and you need to respect, you know, NCOs and officers. But if they actually do something that's not morally right, then definitely like, no, that's not right. I'm not about to do that. Another con is recalls. So recalls are basically, I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's a recall. You can be 3 a.m. be in the best sleep of your life. All of a sudden, your NCO is calling you, hey, we have a recall. You need to be here at this time. But there are multiple reasons why recalls aren't initiated. A lot of times, units want to know how fast reaction time is, just in case they get orders, something happens, we have to go to another country, we have to deploy really fast. They want to know how fast this unit can get that done, I guess. I'm not really good at explaining, but you basically get the point. Another recall is, for example, I got recalled on a Sunday noon. Everybody showed up to formation, and basically we got recalled because someone got a DUI. Yeah, you can get recalled for multiple reasons. Another con is long hours. Thankfully for me, I don't really work long hours, but other people in my unit who are not medics, I sometimes come home after the gym and it's like 1900, almost 2000, and I see people still in uniform working. Yes, you do have to work long hours, early nights, late mornings, especially when you have to do PT. PT formations, that's usually 0630, and so from 0630 to 1900, that's like 7 p.m. It's a really long time, and you do not get paid overtime. Your paycheck is your paycheck. So yeah. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching my video. I know I probably missed a lot of things. There are way more pros and cons with being in the Army. I just touched on a little bit. I would say there are a lot more pros than there are cons with being in the Army. I learned a lot. I developed a lot of skills, leadership skills, communication skills during my military career. A lot of experiences that I know I will never get anywhere else. A lot of people that I know I would have never met if it wasn't for the Army, and a lot of other BS too, but like I said, there are way more pros than there are cons.